Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about the one purchase that will cripple any man. And it's really for the guys because, man, no matter how smart you are, you can always make a dumb decision. And for me, as I'm approaching the big 3-0, I'm still like a year and a half away from the big 3-0, maybe a little bit more than that. I'll be 30 in 2027. So with that being said, 2026 is coming up. I'm thinking about getting me a new car. I just got a new car last year though, right? And so, guys, the one crippling purchase that a man can make is cars. They're depreciating assets. They go down in value. They lose about 45% of their value over a 5-year span. Yeah, it can be absolutely devastating. It can be absolutely devastating. And yet, we'll look at our options. We'll weigh our options. And so for me, it's best to be mindful. It's best to be mindful of what you're getting into and understand what it takes to overcome certain events in life, right? I understand that I've been spending anywhere from about $6,000, four to $8,000 on vehicles every year. $4,000 to $8,000 every year on vehicles. Now, one of my goals is, and one of the things that I absolutely do is you got to invest more than you spend. So on any commodity, I invest more than I spend. So if I'm spending $6,000 on cars every single year, I'm investing more than, or at least $6,000 a year in myself. That doesn't mean that every single year I should still invest $6,000. No, it does not mean that at all. And so when I look at the next vehicle that I want, obviously you want brand new, you want top of the line, you want the best of the best. But if you're going to get a $50,000 vehicle, even if you have no maintenance costs for the next 10 years, that's $5,000 a year. That's in line with what I've been spending. But I'm hoping that I can do better going into 2026. So when I look at the cost basis, now guys, I'm expecting to increase my income exponentially, but we don't go off of expectations. We go off of what we have currently. And regardless, I have a $50,000 car in the garage right now, doesn't necessarily mean that I need to maintain that level. In fact, I intend to drop below that threshold. It's not that my income has decreased. No, in fact, it has increased, and it will increase even more prior to my next vehicle purchase. But it's also important to understand that sometimes you don't need to spend as much to have the same quality. And when you're in the middle class, or for most of those who are in the middle class, a lot of the times, what they say is that poor people will look about how much it costs. Middle class people will think about what is the value to me. And rich people just say, let me have it, right? So I'm still in that phase of where I assess the value of things. And I say, okay, is this valuable enough for me to put money into it? That is where I'm at. And because I like electric vehicles, I have a double whammy because, again, those vehicles update. And so the newer models have so much more than an older model, even if it's a year or two older, because they're able to obtain more data, more information, and they're more effective. Whereas a gas car, there's going to be less differences in the year, model, and make. They all drive, they all get to the same place. And maybe that's how I should also look at electric vehicles, even though I'm not getting the full added benefit of them by looking at it the same way, because it's not the same. It's not the same when you have a surround sound speaker, noise canceling throughout the entire vehicle, massage chairs in and out, heated seats in the back and front, and all these things. So, and then self-driving, depending on what type of vehicle you own, summoning, all these things, all these features that are not in 10-year-old versions of the vehicle, right? And so when you take all that into account, you have to understand, what features am I able to live without? Does this give me the best bang for my buck and the best value? I might say in 2026 that with the features here, the features here, the features here, I might be okay with a used 2024. Or the features might be so grand that I say I have to go with the 2026 because I'm going to hold that car for X amount of years, and it's just going to make the most sense long term. So with all that being said, guys, understand that your financial future depends on how you spend and allocate your resources. You cannot spend a third of your income on a vehicle or an entire year's salary on a vehicle. If you make $60,000 a year and you have a $60,000 car, it's not making sense. It's not making sense. Okay? I would suggest that you should not spend more than 20% of your income on a vehicle. That means if you make $30,000 a year, your budget is about six grand. Your budget is about $6,000. The average person makes about $50,000 a year. Your budget is going to be roughly 10K. 10K for a vehicle. And you can get a decent vehicle for 10K that'll probably last you a good 3 years with no issues, depending on what type of make and model you got. And some people are like, 3 years? We can do a lot better than that. And good for you for having that knowledge and expertise to where you can, stretch out the life of that vehicle. But for most people, or at least for me, I should say, 3 years on a 10K car is good value. So with that being said, guys, I'm truly just trying to inform people. I'm trying to warn people as we get into these later months, because in the wintertime, sell, bonanza, all this stuff, it gets people going. And you got to be prepared. You got to protect yourself. You got to understand that one bad purpose can absolutely cripple you. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.